Hi, my name is Hanya Abdulrazik and I'm a developer on the RTC Enterprise Extensions team. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the output rename feature of dependency builds for both ZOS and IDMI. Previously, the name of a built output object was always the same as its input. Now, you can rename output objects for more flexibility and control over your build. I'm going to first demonstrate this with an IDMI dependency build, and to make things simple, I'm going to use the Program Translator. You can see that there are some new controls here for renaming. If you check the option to rename the output object, you'll enable a field where you can enter a pattern or variable. The patterns you can use in this field are simple. You can use the asterisk as a wildcard to prefix or append something onto the default object name, or you can use the equal sign to preserve characters in specific positions and replace the rest. When you type into this field, you can see a live example underneath of how a sample object would be renamed. You can also create a variable that contains a pattern and use that instead. I've specified a variable that contains a pattern which just appends the letter H to the name of each output object. The advantage of using variables is that you can override them at the file level. So if you have multiple files using the same translator, you could rename them with different patterns. Okay, let's save the translator and request a build. Alright, the build's completed successfully. I'm going to open it up and click on the build report. You can see if I scroll down to the built program object that it was indeed renamed with an H at the end like I specified. And if I look in the remote systems view, I can see my output library contains the renamed object. You also see the new name if you run a preview build, and I'll show you that using a ZOS dependency build. I'm going to open up one of the COBOL compiler translators. Now in the DD allocations table, you can see that there's a column for the output member name, and by default it's the same as the input. So let's edit this allocation. Only datasets that are saved as output can be renamed, otherwise the controls for renaming are going to be disabled. So let's check apply pattern to member name, and we'll enter a simple pattern that just appends ABC to the object name. Again, you can see the example string below the field. Okay. Now I'm going to save the translator and let's request a preview build. So our ZOS build was completed successfully, and if we take a look at the build report, we can see that the output object name ends with ABC as we specified in the translator. This ends our demonstration of the output object renaming feature of enterprise builds for ZOS and IDMI.